Good afternoon. My name is Chima Aharanwa. I am 16 years old, and I currently live on the south side of Chicago. Now that you guys know a little about me, how about I get to know a little about you? Could all of those on my right, no, first things first, could you guys raise your hands if you have a checking or savings account? Okay. Keep them raised, that's a lot of you. Now could those of you on my right put your hands down? Those with the hands that still remain represent the students at our high school, Little Math and Science Academy, that have either account. Now could those on my left put your hands down? The remaining hands that are up represent the banked households present in Inglewood, Chicago, the neighborhood in which our school resides in. You guys can put your hands down now. In today's society, financial literacy is most abundant in the impoverished neighborhoods of Chicago, Inglewood being one of them. In these regions, residents do not know the benefits associated with saving, banking, or general financial knowledge. We want to teach our peers about the value of a dollar. You may know the value of a dollar, but do they? Here's a video meant to inform you about Inglewood and our cause. Our own choir wrote and produced a song playing in the background.
Fall together now, all together now, looking for a future, not hindered by the past, not hindered by the pain, not hindered by money. Come together now, all together now, fighting for my future, looking for a change. The story stays the same. It's time to turn the page.
We are Money Life, leading youth in financial education, an organization we created to conquer Money Things Challenge to educate our peers on the financial systems around them. This nonprofit organization, located in Chicago, also invited us to implement a method for enabling them to maximize the rules to their benefit. As students of Lindblom, located in Inglewood, we are faced with a high poverty rate of 44% and 72% of 20 to 24-year-olds jobless. By enabling residents to find ways to better improve their wealth, we want to help alleviate the stress of poverty. Though none of us live in Inglewood, this challenge has helped us to stop being bystanders and become invested in the community. Lindblom has become our second home, and the neighborhood has a special place in our hearts.
Money Life wants to see more people, specifically youth, using bank accounts and other techniques to save their money. To make this change happen, we held a bank fair, which was the first student-led bank fair in Inglewood, and taught a class on finance at Earl Elementary. Earl Elementary is a neighborhood elementary school located 2 blocks away from our high school, Lindblom. We also taught a class at 95% of the students at Earl receive free or reduced lunch. We also held another bank fair at Lindblom to educate the public on bank accounts and their benefits. In total, for both bank fairs, we had 225 participants.
Although things don't always go as planned, when we first decided to host these bank fairs, one of the first things we decided we need was support from the local banks. For example, US Bank, Marquette Bank, and Chase Bank. So what we decided to do was call them, and they agreed to help. To our dismay, as the date grew near, they started to call saying that they could not come, mostly due to the fact that the week of our bank fairs was also National Tax Week, which is a very busy week for banks. As a result of this, we had no representatives at our first bank fair at Earl Elementary, but we had one representative from Marquette Bank at our Lindblom Bank Fair.
We did not let this stop our bank fairs from being successful. We did our research on bank accounts and their benefits. We also got some informational pamphlets about the specific offers and promotions that each bank offered from the banks themselves. One such promotion was Marquette Bank's $5 giveaway for every A a student got on his or her report card. Once we are confident with our knowledge, we shared it with our peers and Inglewood residents.
At our fairs, we reimbursed the invisible fees associated with cashing checks at currency exchanges and educated fair participants on the importance of creating checking accounts. If a participant at our fair brought in a receipt from a currency exchange, we paid back their fees in cash so they could visibly see the amount of money they lost. This was important to us because Daniel Rogers, COO of Money Think, informed us that $51 billion is spent per year cashing checks at currency exchanges. Imagine what that kind of money could do for impoverished families in America.
Here at Money Life, we like making sure that we take surveys in order to know our impact and how to make sure that we can do better the next time we host one of these events. And so we took a survey we gave a survey at Lindblom, and 60% of the people who took the survey felt that 60% of the people at Lindblom that took the survey wanted to take a class next year that's being provided by us in order for them to learn more about finances. And then at our Lindblom Bank Fair, we surveyed the adults, and 97% of them felt that our bank fair was helpful and informative. When we went over to Earl Elementary School in order to teach the students about financial literacy, 85% of them said that they were going to change their spending habits for the better after our lesson. And then, as I said, we love surveys, so we took another survey at Lindblom of 350 students, and 98% of them felt that financial understanding was of significant importance to their lives.
In addition to partnering with schools, we also received the support from several organizations centered around financing and improving the neighborhood in our efforts to raise awareness of ways one can use the financial system to their own benefits. The Beverly Review, CBS News, DNA Info, and Kennedy King College Radio were some local news outlets that shared our story.
Inglewood is the epitome of poverty in the U.S., and each state has its own Inglewood, its own impoverished neighborhood. So if we can teach this community financial responsibility, saving techniques, and at the same time create a lasting impact, the same can be done anywhere. To create a lasting impact, we have developed a financial colloquium course at our school. Adding finances to the curriculum will allow students to start saving and spending wisely at an earlier age.
In the past 2 months, we have met with Daniel Rogers, who offered us paid summer consultant positions at his company in order to obtain suggestions and tips for the financial education process. We have also been developing a graphic novel that will be used as a textbook for our class. In addition to planning our class, we have also been forging relationships with community organizations such as Metropolitan Family Services. Our coach attended an event with the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, where she spoke with others about the lack of racial diversity in the finance field. But wait, there's more. We also strive to connect the youth to the banking world and community organizations by creating interesting informational videos about finance and events held by the aforementioned community organizations. Here's a video of our accomplishments thus far.
Come together now, all together now.
Fighting for my future, looking for a change. The story stays the same, it's time to turn the page.
How can you look my future in the eyes and turn away?
When will it happen? When will we see?
We keep on running.
As teenagers, we live in a society where we spend more than we save, in a nation stricken with debt, in a city that has schools that are going bankrupt. We want to teach our peers about the value of a dollar, the value of saving, the value of planning and preparing financially for not only your future, but the future of generations to come. We can make a change, and it all starts with the idea of saving. Thank you.